I will honestly be the first one to admit I am a complete info whore. I'm an information addict. And it's been a couple of years of trying to slow that down and realize that the answer is not in more information or more knowledge or more books. And the reason why this is coming up is because just for the last couple of days, I've been thinking about this nonstop with the obsession with more information. So I have a new client that I'm working with, and the thing that this person is going after is always more books, more training, more workshops, more information. And I'm not sure if you could relate to that, but I can totally relate to it. I keep thinking that the magic bullet is going to be in that next tool or that next piece of wisdom, that next inspirational quote. I keep thinking that that's going to change my life. And it turns into this constant seeking, like one thing after another. And there's this progression of knowledge, acquiring knowledge, and then because it's so exciting, it's so new, it's addicting, we go after the next new piece of knowledge, and we just have this obsession with being on the cutting edge, which I think is very, very important, to be on the innovative edge, to find out new tools and new insights. But the thing about insights is it takes this graduation process to get to insight. It's like you got to take the knowledge and then execute on that knowledge, actually take action on that knowledge, and then that turns into wisdom. And then with that wisdom, when you are the living embodiment of it, then will you actually have insight. So when we're constantly searching for more information or thinking that the solution to our life's problems, our existential challenges, is in the next tool or next workshop or next training or whatever it is, we're really, really missing the boat. It's constantly looking out there for the answers, constantly looking for what's next, as opposed to realizing what's already here and available right now. And so I feel like I want to come at it from the point of view of goals. And I think goals have been a very important piece of the puzzle for me, and it's helped me move a lot of projects and ideas forward. And the idea of just setting goals, whether I accomplish them or not, it moved my life forward. So goals have had a tremendous impact, but there's an incredible limitation with goals. Goals are so conceptual. Goals are, I'm here, my goal is over there, and my job is to get from here to there. And what I find is with most people, including myself, it's my reward is at the end over here. But as soon as I work my ass off and I accomplish that goal, all of a sudden I'm just looking at the next goal. It's like you climb one mountain to get to the top of it, only to see the top of the next mountain without even kind of like sitting at the top of this first mountain you climbed. And you're just like, holy shit, I climbed this mountain. My life's purpose, I've accomplished it. I've made it to the top, just, relishing in it and being excited about it and rewarding yourself for your accomplishment, kind of just sitting with it, being with it before kind of, looking at what the next goal is going to be, the next mountaintop is going to be. So essentially it's like the goal is arm's length, and everywhere you go, it's just constantly arm's length. It's always somewhere else. Like your sense of achievement, your sense of fulfillment is always at some point in the future and never right now. So the challenge with goals is that you are actually just being in the concept of the goal. Being in the concept of the goal. And what that means is it's in your head, like it's conceptual, it's in the air, it's not tangible, it's not experiential. Like if I say the word cat, for instance, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If I spell the word CAT, you know what I'm talking about. We have an agreement on what the concept of cat means, but by me saying cat, it's not a cat in itself. Like it's actually not a cat. It's a representation of the cat. So it's the concept of it. So it's kind of like as soon as you make a concept of something, it's missing a whole variety of elements and attributes. So that's very, very important. And what I want to respectfully suggest to you is consider the difference. So distinguish the fact that, okay, we can have the concept of cat, or I can get my cat from the next room and like have him with me, and I could actually physically be in the presence of a cat, my cat. And it's different being in the presence of the cat as opposed to just a concept, just a representation of it. And so that's how goals are. Goals are, you're looking at the concept of it, but what I want to suggest to you is think of the future. Like when we think of the future, it's so conceptual, but in the work that I do, I find it extremely valuable to do an exercise where you really look at in vivid detail from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to bed of your most remarkable day 10 years from now, your ideal day 10 years from now. Like if you can think about how you would wake up, how you would feel, who you would be with, what would you put into your body, in your mind, how would you spend your time, how would you contribute to the world, how would you express yourself, all of these different things like in such crisp and vivid detail. Treat it as a future that you can come from today. And let me explain what that means. As opposed to the goal where you're from here trying to get to there, when you look at this, your remarkable day, it's a future that you can come from right now. And so you're going from the being in the concept of the goal, and then from the future, you actually can be in the presence of the future. And here's why. Almost every single time that I do this exercise with a client or someone who's taking a workshop or whatever it is, when they form this future, when they design this future, this most simple realization that they make is that 70 to 80% of it is already accessible right now. Like that future that they dream of, that they envision, the majority of it, like they can do it right now. There's no new tool, no new book, no new seminar, no new degree, no new nothing that they need to move through to actually have that right now. So I'll give you some quick examples. Almost everybody talks about they would have quiet mornings to themselves. They would read more books. They would spend more time with friends and family. They would meditate. They would take care of their bodies. They would eat healthy food. They would travel and explore the world. They would spend more quality time with their kids. They would explore hobbies. They would do so many things that literally you don't need another real estate deal. You don't need another big client or a new huge business, or you don't need a new degree or whatever it is to actually achieve those things. You can actually just wake up in the morning, have that quiet time, slow down, enjoy your meals, eat really healthy food, take care of your body, spend time with your kids. Like all that stuff is available right now. And so what's so funny is that so many of us are waiting for the future to happen for when we could actually accomplish and feel accomplished, feel meaning, feel fulfillment, feel like we've won at something. When you actually stop and think of it, you stop and look at what is my vision of the future, the majority of it is here right now. Yeah, granted, there's going to be the new Tesla on your driveway or the bigger house or the traveling for 6 months or whatever. There's going to be some things like that small 20% that is not in your reach right now. But that's no excuse to not go ahead and make the choice and integrate that 80% into your life right now. Because literally, there's nothing to wait for. And so that's the difference. You have this future that you've designed, and you could actually be in the presence of the future. Yeah, you can be in the presence of the future right now, as opposed to some concept to get to. You come from the future right now. So every moment, every breath, every morning, it's a clearing, like it's an opening for you. This is an opportunity for you to actually come from the future right now. When you wake up and it's 5:30 in the morning and your alarm goes off, that's a clearing. That's like, do you want to come from the future right now, or do you want to keep repeating the past? When you can turn off the TV and put your phone away and you're with your kids, Like, that's a clearing. There's an opportunity for you to come from the future right now, or you can just keep doing what you were doing, especially when you have distinguished what the future actually looks like. So I'm getting into the 10-minute mark here, but I want to challenge you to just think about this. Can you design this future of yours and realize that a majority of that can be experienced right now? Like, you can be in the presence of your future right now. And so it's about quit waiting for the future to happen. Quit waiting for something to occur, or always looking at the next best thing, and realize that so much of what you dream about and aspire for, it's available right now. And that's it.